Good morning, everybody. My name is Timothy, and I want to welcome you to Penang Travel Tips. And I'm doing another checking out Penang video for the benefit of people who are planning to come to Penang on MM2H, my Malaysia, my second home. I'm going to show you two areas. One is the Bayan Lepas Free Industrial Zone, and the other is the Queensbay Coast or Queens Waterfront. It's a beautiful morning, just sunrise, and I deliberately chose this time of the day because it is rush hour, so that you can have a look at how rush hour is like, because a lot of traffic is now heading towards this area. We are in the Bayan Lepas area, to be precise, the Bayan Lepas Free Industrial Zone. As I mentioned in an earlier video, Penang does not really depend that much on tourism. The engine of Penang's industry is its industrial park, and in front of us right now is the industrial park. This is the Bayan Lepas Free Industrial Zone, or FIZ, and it was developed in phases. Phase 1, Phase 2, and right now what you see on the right side of the road, that's Phase 3. Phase 3 of the Bayan Lepas Free Industrial Zone, followed by further down is Phase 4 of the Industrial Zone. And the development of this Free Industrial Zone is largely credited to I can say, the second Chief Minister of Penang, the late Dr. Lim Chong Yu, or Tun Dr. Lim Chong Yu. And as we are driving along this expressway right now, the expressway was named after him after he passed away. So we are on the Tun Dr. Lim Chong Yu Expressway. He has done so much for Penang, and this is how we remember him, for all that he has done for us. And on the right side of the road is the Bayan Lepas Free Industrial Zone. Thousands of people work there, and that's the main engine of Penang's industry or Penang's economy. And I can say that without the development of this industrial zone, a lot of people would not have jobs here in Penang. Today, as you can probably see, a lot of these multinational corporations come from the United States of America. And so there is a concern that if the present administration of the United States would want to pull back all the multinationals, reshore it to mainland United States, then it will affect the livelihood of thousands of people in Penang. But that has not happened yet, and so we just hope that that would never happen, so that the people of Penang, thousands of them, will still be able to have employment here in the Free Industrial Zone. In front of us is a factory bus. So this is a bus that takes workers to the Free Industrial Zone to work every morning, but majority of those on the executive level will be driving to work right now. And you can, if you are able to see, there are huge car park lots over there, because everybody is parking their car. So it's like many wide areas with people parking. So we are going along. This is the Bayan Lepas coast. On the left side of the road, if you are able to see, is the Penang Bridge. The Penang Bridge is on the left side of the road, and above us is the Bayan Lepas elevated highway. So that's an elevated highway for commuters to bypass the on the ground or at grade road that leads to the various phases of the Bayan Lepas Free Industrial Zone. So what we are going to do is we are going all the way to the end of this road. We are now at phase 4. Just now we were at phase 3 of the Bayan Lepas FIZ. I'm going to show you this, and then we are going to head to Queen's Waterfront. Queen's Waterfront is one of the areas where there are foreigners staying, but the foreigners that are staying there mostly are not the retirees type. They are mostly the expats who have positions in the companies here. Over here you can see Motorola. Yeah, there's Motorola is here, as is Intel. I used to work for Dell, so Dell is somewhere inside there as well. And right now we are heading towards the second Penang Bridge interchange. Right in front of us is the second Penang Bridge interchange. So what we are doing with this video is more or less like a guided tour of this part of Penang. I know if you were to drive yourself along the road, it won't make much sense. You are just seeing things but you do not know what's going on. So here I am explaining the things as we pass by. And on this part of the Bayan Lepas Free Industrial Zone is the freight precinct. So you have freight forwarders companies in front of us, such as DHL is on the right side as well as on the left side. And then in front of us is Nippon Express. So those are all freight forwarding companies, and inside there are many more other freight forwarding companies. We are now reaching the Batu Mall interchange. I'm going this way and I'm going to make a U-turn to come back the same way. In front of us is South Bay. This is on the southeastern part of Penang Island. And yeah, if you want to stay here and get a nice view of the southeastern part of Penang Island, you can stay here. There are very nice condominiums as well as houses, landed houses in this area. This whole area that you are looking at right now, it used to be a fishing village. In fact, where the interchange was the center of the fishing village that has today been completely expunged, has been removed. When I was growing up, I grew up in Batu Mall, so I know this area very well, and I can say that it has completely transformed. So the Penang of today is different from the Penang that was 30-40 years ago. So as I've said, I've just made a U-turn. So now we are going this way, but this time we are going to go up the elevated highway so that you can get a better view of the scenery on the southeastern part of Penang Island. So once again, in front of us is the second Penang Bridge interchange. And we have DHL on the left side of the road as well as on the right side. It's a lovely day today, and I can see that there's a beautiful sunrise today. Yeah, I'm not sure you can see it very well, but I can see it from the car, and it is a gorgeous sunrise right now. And once again, we are passing through the second Penang Bridge interchange. And so if you take this bridge, it will take you to the Malaysia mainland, the mainland of Peninsular Malaysia. And the second Penang Bridge is the longest bridge in the country. It will take a while to cross that bridge. So you can see right here, a lot of people are rushing to work at the moment. So there are vehicles on both sides of the road. And judging by the number of vehicles in this part of Penang Island, you can tell how many people actually work here. Yeah, there are thousands of people working here. All of them going to work right now. So in comparison, even though tourism is important for Penang, I know because I am aware of all the hotels, it is nothing compared to industries such as the electronic industry, the chips industries. So much so that Penang Island is known as the Silicon Valley of the Far East, or the Silicon Island. But when I talk about the Silicon Island, we are actually building a new man-made island, which we are calling it Silicon Island right now. It's on the south side of Penang Island, and it will enable the Bayan Lepas free industrial zone to expand there. Right now we are on the elevated highway, and from here you can get a good view of the southeastern part of Penang. And on the left side we can see most of the multinationals. There's Abbott in front of us, and then following that there's Nose, and after Nose there's Plexus. So those are all the factories, and you can see that right now, because it's rush hour, everybody is rushing to go to work on this beautiful beautiful morning, that with a lovely sunrise, which I'm enjoying the sunrise right now, but I think you can't see from the camera that well, because the direction is on the east side. The east is on my right, the sunrise is on my right, but hopefully later when I turn around, when we reach Queen's Waterfront, then you'll be able to see it better. So all this area, on the left side we have Quayside, and then so those are all huge multinationals from various countries, but primarily from the United States, which therefore is a concern for us if the United States ever want to pull and reshore all the factories back to the American mainland. We are now heading towards the Queen's Waterfront, and the reason I'm taking you there is to show you an area where quite a lot of foreigners, who are particularly expats, would love to stay there. But retirees usually choose the northern part of Penang Island. We are now on the southern part, and I will create a map also and show you the route that we are taking. We are now at the Sungai Nibong interchange. So this is quite a busy interchange for people who are turning left to go to Bayan Baru or going straight on to Georgetown. Right in front of us is Queensbay Mall. Queensbay Mall is the main shopping mall in this part of Penang Island. So the whole area here, anchored by Queensbay Mall, is the Queensbay Coast, and on the waterfront itself is known as the Queen's Waterfront. And at Queen's Waterfront, there is now a development of 4 different condominiums in 4 phases. So it's Queen's Waterfront 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they have most cleverly named it Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. Presently, only Q1 and Q2 are completed, so Q3 and Q4 would be future phases. We have passed through this stretch of road before. We are now at the Tun Dr. Lim Chong Yu Expressway. Yes, we have passed through this set of road before on our way to Georgetown. That's on the Checking Out Penang Part 1 video. So we are going to follow this road one more time for a short distance, but I am exiting it here. So I'm exiting the expressway here. This is the Bayan Mutiara interchange. So I'm exiting the Tun Dr. Lim Chong Yu Expressway at the Bayan Mutiara interchange, which is right here. People who are working in the Bayan Lepas pre-industrial zone, many of them would opt to stay in those condominiums in this part of town. So I'm turning this way. You can have a look at, you can see the sunrise today. It's a lovely sunrise today. I will go this way and then make a U-turn. So this whole area is on reclaimed land, and you will see that some of the reclaimed land has not yet been developed, but they will be. They will be developed over stages eventually. So on the left side, it's not yet developed, but it will be. You will see that most of the properties on Penang are all high rise, but there are still low rise detached houses, and you can see them in front of us. This is called the residence. So the residence is an upper class housing estate here on the Lepas part or Bayan Mutiara part of Penang. So I'm going this way now, and later on I will turn into the Queens Waterfront, so that I can give you I can show you how the coastal area look like. Right now we are driving along Persiaran Bayan Indah. On the right side of the road, that's Key West residences. Key West residences on our right, and the coast itself is on the left side of the road. And in front of us are some more condominiums in this area. So people who are working in the Bayan Lepas Free Industrial Zone, many of them would opt to stay in this area because it's so much closer to their workplace. And if you were to choose to stay here, then amenities are all nearby, so that you have a lot of shops in this area as well. And then right in front of us is the main shopping mall, which is Queensbay Mall. I'm going to go straight on to there first. Even hotels is here. On the right side is Eastern Hotel. So Eastern Hotel is on the right. And banks, there are an international bank, HSBC, is also on this part of the town. So HSBC is on the right side, and in front of us, that's Queensbay Mall. So Queensbay Mall is the main shopping mall in this area. So if you were to stay here, but I would say that the majority of foreigners who do stay here are the expats who are executive at the multinationals, which I showed you earlier. And then in front of us on the left side of the road, that's Queens Waterfront, and we'll go there, and I'm going to stop my car and we are going to walk the rest of the way. So you can see there's Q1, and then after that there's Q2, Q3 is under construction, and Q4 is on the drawing board. So I'm going this way now. So that's Q2, and then in front under construction is Q3. There's quite a wide promenade in this part of town, so you can see a lot of people come to this area to do their walking and jogging. And then you can walk all the way to the coast, where you can get quite a nice scenery. Yeah. Over here, there's a roundabout, which I'm going to go around the roundabout, and as I do that, you can see the scenery in this part. So that's the coast, and you can have a look at the Penang Bridge. The Penang Bridge is visible from here. Decided to park inside in the commercial parking entrance. Go this way, and let's park here. And once again, we will need to use our touch and go card. I have parked my car here at Q1 at Queen's Waterfront, and now let's do a short walk so that I can show you this area. Just now we were driving along this area, and on the left side is Q2, on the right side is Q1. We are going to walk this way to the coast, and this Q1 and Q2 are all condominiums. Many of those who buy here, stay here in the Lepas part of Penang Island are those who work at the Lepas Free Industrial Zone. So it's still early morning. The time is 7:40. It's 7:40 in the morning. So just now we saw the sunrise. We are going to go this way, so that we can go all the way to the coast. In front of us is the coast, which is Queen's Waterfront itself. So that's the coast of Queensbay, and this area, there's alfresco dining on the ground floor. So you can see there's alfresco dining, and that above here is the condominium. Let me turn it around. So this side is Q1. So that's Q1, and over here is Q2. And over there is an old Penang ferry. Yeah, this was how the Penang ferry used to look like. This ferry is called Pulau Rimau. It has been decommissioned. That means it's no longer operating as a ferry. And then further there, you can see that's the Penang Bridge. And on this side is Pulau Georgia. Pulau Georgia is an island. It's an island of Penang Island. There was a leprosy colony back then when leprosy was an issue. That was back a long time ago. But that leprosy colony or sanatorium has since shut down. That was during the early part of the 20th century. So it has been shut down, and for a while they tried to turn Pulau Georgia into a resort, but I think it didn't work quite well. So I think the island is very much undeveloped once again. Maybe hopefully in the future they may consider redeveloping it for nature lovers. So that's Pulau Georgia, and so from here you can get a nice view of Pulau Georgia, and also in the morning you can get the sunrise. Just now the sunrise was nicer, but it was a little bit late now, so you can't see the sun anymore. And so this is Q2 and this is Q1, and I think I will end my video here because there's about 8 for now, to give you the idea of how this part of town look like. And you can see that a lot of people are out jogging, exercising in this part of the town, and you can see the same all over. We are so fortunate that we live on Penang Island, where we are surrounded by the sea, and there's a lot of coastline. And many of these have now, if it's not still a sandy white beach, then we have promenades like this one where people can go and exercise. And so that's about it for today's video. I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, please take a moment to give it a like so that YouTube will show it to more people, particularly people who are thinking of coming to live in Penang. You can be a foreigner, you can be Malaysian from another state, whatever it is. If you are thinking of coming to live in Penang, we most welcome you, and I hope through the Penang Travel Tips YouTube channel I can help you get to know Penang better, and I will be able to answer any of the questions that you might have. Feel free to ask me anything you want or provide any comment in the comment below. And also, of course, you can also write to me or WhatsApp me. WhatsApp me by this number 6012-429-9844. Particularly if you are planning to get MM2H, then I will link you to the MM2H agent to help you get your MM2H visa. So WhatsApp me at this number and I will assist you from there. And so that's about it for today. This is Timothy signing out.